Right, everyone, as always, super exciting to speak with Mr. Dan Ticktum. Now, can we say film star, TV star?
I don't know, loosely, the start of the journey, let's say that.
So I've seen early previews of Formula E Driver, which is this Amazon Prime show.
Yes.
And I do actually feel like you are the star of it because you, for me, come across extremely authentically. How was that process? How was it sitting in that? I guess there's lots of lights and microphones.
Yeah, well, we took a lot of content throughout the season. Obviously, then there was some more formal sit down in a studio, give long pieces to camera. I enjoyed it, to be honest. Like I quite enjoyed the whole thing of being followed. Like we did some cool stuff. A lot of it didn't make the cut, unfortunately. But yeah, it was really cool. And I think you said about me presenting myself authentically. I think I've had a bit of a difficult past, and I've sort of got to the point now where like I still love my racing, but I'm just sort of going to be me, And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like I'm not going to spend my whole life acting. And I think, to be honest, Formula E is a great place for me to be me. Like sort of promote characters a bit more. So it's a good place for me to be.
Just on that, I'm not going to spend my whole life acting.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, could you see yourself doing some?
I used to love acting as a kid. Yeah, I was always a villain, funnily enough. So that narrative continued. But no, I really enjoy acting and enjoy being on camera. And yeah, I'm in the process of trying to start my own TV show.
Oh,
actually.
nice.
So yeah, I'm trying to do like a Top Gear type thing.
Oh, nice.
So that's getting going at the moment, yeah.
I had a question for you, which is favourite cars, and not even talking Formula E cars.
It's really tough. I get asked that question all the time.
But I saw the Dodge, is it Dodge
Challenger?
No,
I've got a red eye Dodge Challenger, yeah. I love that thing. I mean, sub 100k, that car is very, very good. If I could have one car right now, it might probably be like a Zonda or something like a Zonda, and a car I loved as a kid was an MC12. That's
yeah, in the white and blue.
Yeah, I always thought it was cooler than an Enzo. Yeah. I don't know, that's a polarising opinion. I'm good at those.
What about, because you know your cars?
Yes.
People watching, let's say they've got a budget of 40 grand.
40 grand.
Pounds.
Yeah.
What would you, and they want, and they don't need need 4 seats.
Don't need 4 seats. That's a tough one. I'd have to go through the classifieds for that. With 4 seats, I can tell you it would be like F90 M5. You can get a half decent one, or a Quadrifoglio Alfa.
Really?
Yeah, Alfa.
Bit of maintenance on that, or are they actually?
I mean, I think you can get one for about sort of probably 25,000-30,000 miles for 40 grand. So like, it's a pretty new car. Like they don't have that many problems. Yeah. So, and that car is amazing.
To close off this Formula E Driver, my personal feeling is that there's a storyline with Dan Ticktum that I think older fans of motorsport are kind of, let's say, aware of the older story.
Yeah.
There's also newer fans of motorsport that are obviously going to watch this program,
of course,
and watch other programs like this, and maybe like Drive to Survive and stuff like that. And they will see you on the radio, and they will see that as frankly entertaining and good fun.
Yes.
Do you think, like, actually for the newer fans, this is they connect with me more? Or how do you feel about that?
It's good and bad, I think. I think the key point is I can do videos like this, and I can do Driver and other forms of content where I can show people that I'm not mental, which is how the media often tries to sort of portray me and has done for many years.
Yeah.
The problem is obviously people who do know my whole backstory, I sort of created a narrative for myself, which has just been pushed and pushed and pushed. And to be honest, like I've spoken to other mechanics who've worked at other teams, and they've said, there's drivers that are worse than me on the radio.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And because their name's not Dan Ticktum, like the whole narrative doesn't get cut up in the media and published. So obviously I still sometimes give them the ammo, but I'm a passionate person, and that's who I am, and I say it as it is.
Let's get on to Monaco. I brought with me, I know you don't do a lot of sim racing, but I know you're a big gamer.
Yes.
This is a sim racing wheel.
Yeah, it's like an older F1 wheel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's based on F1.
Older F1 wheel, yeah.
I was hoping you could kind of almost show us a lap of Monaco Dan Ticktum style. Like, for example, you're going through Saint-Devote, what are you doing?
So you want me to do like how I would drive a lap?
Yeah, basically. Okay. I like a stand tick, so I'll put these glasses.
A minute and a half. Okay. So like I'll start just before the start finish line. So pulling the car over to the left, try and get the car straight for braking, in over the curb, probably a little bit of a moment on the exit, up the hill, slightly left, try and prepare before turn 3, before the casino, then in, get a lot of understeer and FE through here, close to the wall on the left, then right, close to the wall on the right, big bump on the exit, probably a bit of a moment, then braking for, can't remember the name, but into the camber, locking up the front pretty much every time, out, and then all the way into Fairmont, which I'd actually swap hands for when I could do that. Then over the curb, then in, over the curb again, into the tunnel, smooth through the flat out right, prepare the car for braking, and then turn and then brake at about 150. In, curb, straighten the car up quickly as possible, through to the back. To back, you got to really send it in, close to the wall on the outside, and send it straight into the swimming pool. Probably more going on than what I'm saying, but then into the last part of the swimming pool. And then braking for Rascas, set the car up for braking. Something like that. Something like that. And then in, big moment on the exit on the curb, and then there you go.
These big moments, for me, I feel like that is your signature. Like not having a big moment, but kind of flamboyant.
Well, just
flamboyant.
Pushing, yeah.
Yeah, pushing.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy that? Do you like those?
I think, I don't know, like when I grew up, I was always praised for being very smooth.
Yeah.
So like, I am smooth. I think I've just got a good feel for the car, like, which is why I'm good at the whole drifting thing, and like, you know, I'm very good at feeling everything. But you know, when I'm pushing, FE cars don't have a lot of grip, you know, not a lot of no downforce pretty much. So they move around a lot anyway. You get very limited laps to try and get on the limit. So that's why you see some of us having some moments, because, you know, we've only got 5 laps to try and get. So especially here, we get 30-minute practice sessions, not 40. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm particularly more flamboyant than others. I just think I try to push the limits while being smooth.
It might be another, because when you're, obviously, when you're extremely smooth here, so the perception of Dan Ticktum is that he's a drifter.
Yeah, but I'm very smooth though. Like if you watch any videos like my onboards in the years gone by, or, you know, even this weekend, like, you know, I've always been smooth, you know. Dennis is similar, like, feels the car well, and so yeah.
Let's just finish off a little bit about the team.
Yes.
Because we saw in the documentary you walking around Misano saying, oh, it'd be nice to be in the Porsche.
Yeah.
It's funny how things turn around.
I know, well, I knew that was sort of happening, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay, so, you know, interesting setup with the team here.
Yeah.
New management, very kind of, you know,
changed,
lots of ideas.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the car. You know, you're scoring points.
Yes, we're getting there. I don't think we really hit the ground running, because the whole, can I put this down? The whole project only sort of got greenlit about 6 weeks, 2 months before the season. So we had a very limited time to get the cars ready and get everything up and running. So I don't think we really hit the ground running at the beginning of the season. I was also quite unlucky in Mexico. I got hit off. In Saudi, I had the thing with the pit boost where I was actually in a really good spot. I was 7th with a percent more than anyone in front just before the pit boost. So that could have been a really good race. And then Miami, I was actually saving loads, and then the red flag, and obviously lots of people got penalties, so I ended 7th.
But do you feel like this is a platform where we can
see... I think we're getting there. Like, we're not a top team, there's, you know, at the moment. I think we have the potential to have podiums. Like, that's where I think we're at. So if everything comes together, I mean, it's a lot better than where I was last.
Just one final question.
Yes.
MrBeast was in your car.
Yes.
Can he make it as a what?
No.
Good at he seems to everything he touches turns to gold.
I don't know, like, okay, look, you know, if he was taking it like seriously when I properly trained him, like, I'm sure he'd be all right. But you know,
the spin he had, is that just...
He doesn't know a lot about cars, let's just say that. Like, and about like sort of physics. He was just like, I'm going to get in and put my foot all the way down. Yeah. That kind of thing.
But it's still cool having MrBeast in the car.
Yeah, it was cool. It's great to work with them. The team that I work with, the producers, all of them, great people. Yeah. So I really enjoyed it.
Well, Dan, it's great to talk.
No worries.
I can't wait to see you more in the points.
Yeah.
And hopefully, fingers crossed, on the podium will be there.
Indeed.
And
my friend Ted's been manifesting it all weekend, so...
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
See, where's it's on the start-finish straight stop there? Or?
Yeah.
And we really look forward to your TV show, more to hear about you on cars.
Cool, yeah, well, we can get you guys involved as well at some point. I'm going to have all sorts of different guests on the show, and yeah, so...
That'd be awesome.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
There you go.